We have a nail file, aluminum foil, cotton rounds or cotton balls, scissors, acetone, and a cuticle pusher. Or try one of these household items. We have a disposable spoon or some chopsticks from takeout. Let's get started. We're going to cut the aluminum foil into rectangles about 3 inches by 4 inches, and we're going to cut cotton rounds into quarters. Grab your nail file and holding it flat to the nail plate, go ahead and start to remove some of that product off of the nail. You don't need a lot of pressure here. Make sure that you are keeping an eye on what you're doing and double checking every few strokes to ensure you're not over filing any areas of the nail polish. We're just trying to file through the top coat and then as much of the color coat as you can safely without totally mowing through it and exposing your natural nail plate. I recommend using a low grit nail file for this project. In this case, I'm using a 100 grit nail file, which works perfectly. You want to make sure your nail file has enough grit to remove the product without being overly aggressive and without using too much pressure. Once you file down to the base coat, and my base coat is pink, which is what you're seeing there, we're going to take our cotton pad and saturate it with acetone. Take a piece of aluminum foil and wrap it tightly around your fingertip. Make sure that the cotton pad stays in place and doesn't move around while you're positioning the wrap. Make a burrito with your fingertip. You want to make sure that the aluminum foil is tight around your fingertip. If the foil is too loose, the acetone can evaporate from the cotton pad and our soak is going to take a lot longer. Give the wrap a little hug to make sure that the foil is tight. Now for the hard part, waiting. I really can't stress this enough. Be patient for at least 15 minutes before you start taking off the foils. We need to give the acetone an opportunity to do its job for us. You'll know when it's okay to proceed to the next step when the gel polish looks like this. Get your cuticle pusher or household item of choice, and we're going to gently, with very light pressure, push the gel polish off of the nail plate. When you give acetone enough time to do its job, it will dissolve the gel polish for you. There is no need for any aggressive scraping. You can avoid accidentally gouging your nail plate by using a 45-degree angle or smaller. You really want to be almost parallel to the nail plate. Gently push any remaining bits off the nail plate, but if something's not budging, don't force it. For anyone who doesn't have a metal cuticle pusher at home, let's go ahead and try some of our household items. I'm using the back of this disposable spoon to gently push the gel polish off the nail plate. And I'm having a little trouble with this one. The polish doesn't seem to be coming off quite as well, and I don't feel like I have a secure grip on the spoon. Because the gel polish isn't budging as much as I'd like it to, I think it needs more time in the soak. I'm going to reapply the foil wrap. Let's try the chopsticks for the ring finger. This is working surprisingly well. I love a wooden tool for a project like this because it's so much more gentle and less risky than a metal tool. Let's try that spoon one more time. It's working a little better, but I still don't love it. Okay, let's finish that middle finger. I'm going to ditch the spoon this time and revisit my chopstick. An extra few minutes in the foil wrap has really made this gel a lot softer and easier to push around. And we're finished. If you like, we can finish off with a light buff using a very fine grit buffer. As you can see, that looks a bit smoother. Last but not least, don't forget to rehydrate.